Welcome to the Payments Race, where 5 intrepid explorers are traveling from country to country in any way they can. Each racer is only allowed to use a single form of payment for the duration of the race. Who will make it there first? Find out in the Payments Race.
Team Card, are you ready?
Ready!
Right. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go.
Okay, we're heading off. Team Card for the win. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just gonna try and figure it out. I think I need to just sit down and have a coffee and collect my thoughts. So I just literally walked downstairs from the finish line and I found Bank of China. So I'm going to do one of my first challenges and take a selfie at the branch. There it is. I just walked from the hotel or the starting line to the ocean terminal, and my plan is that because this is a hub for like all the buses and ferries, and there's a train station here, there's all the taxis as well, that I can get a coffee here and figure out where I want to go to next. So let me show you the view, it's beautiful. Okay, so my first stop that I'm going to test out my credit card is Starbucks. And success. Got my coffee with my credit card. It was super easy, super quick. I am currently plugged in, stealing their Wi-Fi and their power, charging my phone, and I've just reached out to my mentors because I feel like I need a bit of a pep talk, feeling a little bit overwhelmed about what countries to go to and how to plan this out. I just got off a call with Amalia from Enrich. So Enrich are a non-profit based here in Hong Kong, and they help foreign domestic workers with financial literacy training and economic empowerment. So super excited to meet with them. I just spent about an hour and a half planning my route, budgeting as well, because basically it's 4 points for every country that you can get to. I want to do as many countries as possible, but obviously without breaking the bank. I'm trying to find a travel agent because I want to book everything in advance as much as possible. Now, something unexpected has come up which I didn't really think through with the whole social side of things, is that most social enterprises and non-profits don't take credit card payment, as in they'll take online payment or donations through PayPal and things like that, but using physical credit card, most of them don't have a point of sale system. So this is kind of proving to be a bit of a challenge for me now, because I honestly don't know how I'm going to make most of these donations, because they just won't be able to take them. So I'm going to have to find a third party or figure out how I can use credit card in this way. So work in progress. I'm at the travel agent and I had budgeted a lot for flights, and I'm pleasantly surprised so much that I had to do the conversion 3 times just because it came to half of what I budgeted for, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. So my plan is tomorrow Bangkok, and then surprise, I'll let you know where I'm going next. Now I need to figure out accommodation and pay for these flights. I also locked in accommodation for my next location, which is Bangkok. So I'll be flying out of Hong Kong tomorrow morning around 7. I've organized accommodation through a social enterprise called Social Giver, and so what they've organized for me is accommodation plus airport transfers, as well as a tuk-tuk tour throughout Bangkok. So I'm super excited for that. Just changed into my t-shirt to be fully space themed, so it's my Star Wars May the Force Be With You t-shirt, and now I'm going to take a selfie with this guy. So what I'm going to do now is head to Hong Kong side and catch the ferry over, get some photos with some banks, get on the tram, and while I'm doing all of that stuff, I'm going to try and book accommodation for tonight. And it's looking unlikely that I will find a social enterprise or non-profit here in Hong Kong to support with my credit card. But my trip to Thailand is filled with social enterprises, so at least that's that. Now I have an Octopus card that I need to top up, so I'm just trying to find a machine that takes credit card. Add value machine doesn't take credit cards, so I have to find something else. I'm gonna walk through the station and see what I can find now.
You can cash by the ATM machine.
Okay.
Cash.
Only cash. Only cash.
No cash. No card. Did you cash?
Oh, I made an assumption that I can top up my Octopus card using a credit card, but you can't do that. So the only way for me to get around is if I get an Airport Express pass, and there are only 5 stations in Hong Kong that do that. So what I'm going to do is walk to one of the stations and try and get one of the passes from there. There it is. I'm trying to get there-ish. What I found. Yeah! They paid by Visa, so I got my receipt. It says Visa on it. I couldn't film the transaction because the guy was really uncomfortable, but oh, I'm exhausted. Passport and credit card. The accommodation is pretty expensive considering the tiny room that I have, but I am right in the middle of Hong Kong City, so I get that. So the train card that I got, I assumed that I could use it to go to the airport tomorrow, which I could, but the problem is that my flight is at 7:55 and the trains only start operating at 6 AM. So I may have to go to the airport tonight and stay there. I decided to go for a quick walk outside my hotel, pick up some food, and on the street outside my hotel is the 3 banks. HSBC was one of them. I'm not sure if the other 2 have Twitter handles though, which is the criteria. And look, here we go. Here's my 4th bank I'm walking past right now. Don't know if you can see that. That is the Bank of Communications. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go back